Okay, guys, we'll follow today's lecture, and today's lecture is quite complicated, so I hope you to have a good luck for learning about the concept that I teach you for today. It is quite complicated, so you guys need to look over and over and over again until you fully understand the whole concept that I learned today. All right, so let's look over the 10th pop-up quiz. So question number 1. How much the marginal cost of producing 5 units in this graph? So write down the exact amount of marginal cost and explain why. So as I said, to calculate or to finding actual amount of cost for each specific unit, you should start from the point of the unit. So the point of unit is start here, then straight up to the actual curve that you must find. So in this question, you must find the marginal cost curve, and marginal cost curve is this red curve, right? So quantity is 5 here, and straight up from here to marginal cost curve, like this, like this. And then finally, you can find this point, and you can find the amount of marginal cost in this point, right? This is the whole thing that I can give you as a hint. So if you find this point, you can easily find the answer of the question number 1. And not only write down the just number, you should write down how you find this number with your whole own your own process. You must write down how can you find the amount of marginal cost. Which means you should explain why for this question number 1, right? Okay, so let's move on to question number 2. So as you see, question number 2 is that calculate the total cost, total variable cost, and total fixed cost for producing 5 units with giving information in the graph below and explain about each calculation. So, as I said, you must for calculating the total cost, you must uh, multiply two numbers, which means the one number is quantity and the other number is price, which is same as cost. Okay, so first, the total cost, you must for the calculating total cost, you must find out the average total cost, the average cost for each given unit. So given unit is 5. So the average total cost that you must find will be here, right? Here, and you must multiply this number with the quantity 5. Okay? So the number must be the actual that number by the quantity 5. That will be the amount of total cost. And as same as that, the total variable cost is the result of multiplying for two numbers between the cost of this point of average variable cost curve by the quantity 5. Okay, with this process, you can calculate these three costs, which is total cost, total variable cost, and total fixed cost, right? And then not just only write down the only numbers, you also explain about your calculation. You also explain about your calculation. Write down your calculation for each 3 cost. Okay? All right. And question number 3, explain why does the average total cost go down and hit a minimum and then go back up. So you must contain the relationship between marginal cost and average cost in your explanation. So as you see, this curve of average total average cost, which is this blue curve, as you see, it's go down and hit this minimum and then go back up. And as you learned, I already explained the reason why with the relationship between marginal cost and average cost as the former slide. So go back to the former slide and try to understand this concept and the reason why, and write down the answer of the question number 3, right? Okay, here's the all contents that I prepared for our 10th lecture. And as you see, from now on, this is whole different things that we learned before. We learned about just, the whole law of demand, law of supply with just really simple curve and really easy concept. And from now on, it is the real economics as a microeconomic concepts. So even what we learned today is really basic things, but as you see, it's quite complicated and has quite many things to learn about that. So you must get familiar with this concept because it is really basic thing in this economics. And as the student who learn these economic classes, you must understanding these concepts. Without this understanding, you cannot say the other people that I learned about economics, right? So I hope you just look over and over again if you are not quite well understand the whole concept that I taught you guys today. And if you have any question, just feel free to ask me via any contact. I already sent you guys about my Kakao and email and phone number. So just feel free to ask anytime about the whole lectures. Okay? All right then. See you next time. Bye-bye.